Alright, it's a hot one today. But we actually get out of the house. Cat actually followed me up the hill. Sends dickheads. The neighbor whose dog attacked the cat, he got a little payback since his house, his old house didn't sell before he bought this house. So he bought this house while he was trying to sell his other house. Apparently it didn't sell, so he had to move back into that house. And well, he's doing that apparently until his other house sells. He's gonna rent this house out, I guess. It sounds like there might be someone with a couple little dogs, so that's perfect. Don't have to worry about them messing with the cat. He just disappeared. He's laying. He's like, screw this, it's too hot to be out here. He's laying down in the alfalfa, enjoying it. The nice cool grass, the cool dirt underneath the grass, the alfalfa. So, but yeah, since he has been gone, I actually have been able to get Lemmy to follow me around. It's been I'm turning the camera the wrong way. So he actually goes for walks with me again. Granted, when the guy shows up to mow his lawn or whatever, then the cat runs for the hills. I don't know what's going on there. I got 2 trucks going by with trailers, one with a big ass tractor on it, one with a 4-wheeler. I don't know why okay, for a minute there it looked like the 4-wheeler one was pulling into my driveway. Yeah, you can drop your 4-wheeler off with me. Lemmy's laying underneath my walker, staying in the shade. I am sweating. It's a hot one today. I want to work outside and enjoy myself. I got a prose novel I got to read for an interview tomorrow with a friend of ours that's a comic creator and artist, writer, artist, creator, all around good guy. Helped us out with our little thing, our little I suppose we'll just make this I'll get this done quick first, get a MS video out there, I guess. Well, yeah, there's not really much to talk about this week. For the last 2 weeks, quick update, I'm still doing physical therapy. Last week I got to meet my new therapist, or not my new one, the backup one. Who fills in for my main one. And I found out that they basically work like good cop, bad cop. Because the one that my fill-in one, she would give me shit and yell at me every time I tried to reach out for stability to grab a wall or a counter or something as I was tipping. So she did not let me sit down the whole session. She didn't let me grab anything, wouldn't let me reach for anything. And with my gait issues, I am not used to standing for an hour straight. So I was in so much pain by the time I left, I could hardly drive my car home. I couldn't work the pedals in my car. My legs were seizing up. My knee, my bone-on-bone right knee had chunks of bone floating into it every time I went to hit the gas or the brake pedal. Chunk of bone would get stuck between the two bone-on-bone sections. You can imagine what that feels like. It's kind of like crunching pain with arthritic pain, along with stabbing, searing pain. And yeah, it is not fun. Cat's going over to the woods, gonna hang out, piss off some birds. You'll probably hear a bunch of birds screaming here pretty soon. I should have kept my bandana on. I don't know why I took it off. I was sweating like a pig halfway up here today. But I told her, it's like the past 2 weeks, it's been pretty nice out, and I haven't gotten the walker out in 2 weeks because I'm in so much pain from doing the workouts. So it's like I got my lymphedema exercises, which those are on the bed. Ain't nothing major, but it's still movement, working out and stuff like that. Lifting your ass, sucking your knees to your chest, doing all the massage portions of the lymphedema crap, and all that stuff. And then all your leg lifts and all that crap, and the circular massages. Just work the whole body, get the fluids flowing in the right areas. But I noticed after a couple weeks of the physical therapy, my lymphedema hardening in my left leg was getting worse. Sorry about that. Got a freaking tickle in my throat now, of course, as soon as I start talking. But yeah, it started the whole left side of the leg, pretty much from the knee to the ankle, all hardened. And it's like, well, when I started lymphedema stuff, I only had about a hand-sized section that was hardening in that area, and you would think with doing all the lymphedema stuff it would be getting better, or at least staying the same, not getting worse. So I should actually give her a call, let her know what's up. I did pull out some brand new wraps a couple days ago, see if that helps, because then that way they might be a little more snug and might work better on it. I'm leaving them completely wrapped for 2 days at a time. Jump in the shower after I unwrap them, let them breathe for an hour, and then rewrap them for a couple days. Just see if we can't break that hardening up a little bit and see what happens. My new physical therapist had an assistant a couple weeks ago, and she had her do some massaging on the hardening areas, which I would have loved to have gotten done again, but now that I'm wearing my wraps, unless I completely unwrap everything, then it doesn't even pay to massage through the wraps. 'Cause my wraps on my left leg right now are three layers thick. So, but yeah, told her yesterday at therapy, I'm like, my body pains are getting worse. All over body pains for some reason are getting worse. My arthritic pain is off the charts because almost every exercise they have me doing. Oh yeah, I was talking about the exercise. I got the lymphedema exercise take me about a half hour. She gave me 3 exercises to do a couple times a day for my physical therapy, for my gait issues that were all leg, knee related exercises. The first time I went. Second time I went, she gave me 2 more exercises. Third time I went and seen the other therapist, she gave me 3 exercises. Now I just went yesterday and I got 2 more exercises. So that's 3, 5, 10 exercises that I'm doing for physical therapy now. I think 3, 2, 2, and 3. So it's like, and that's all 90% knee or ankle related, and the ankle related stuff sets off my knife in the heel issues, the burning of the feet, like a hot burning knife electrified burning knife is cutting basically flatly across my left foot on the left side mainly of it, the side that's tilted towards the ground more. But yeah, the new exercises, we try it again. She's like, oh God, I don't know how you made it this long, but your legs are two completely different issues, both major issues. She's like, I don't know how you've been walking for these many years. It's just gotta try and change some things up here and hopefully build the muscles around the arthritis enough to get the mobility up, but I don't think you'll ever get rid of the arthritic pain from the bone-on-bone issues until that is ever fixed, which it never will be, because I'm not important enough for doctors to give a shit about fixing something, because if they did, they would have done it in my mid-20s when the piece of shit kicked my knee out. And I went to spend over half my life like this. It's like, fucking medical field makes no sense to me. It's worthless. But did that. I still do not understand why the neurologist does not have me on a disease modifying therapy, at least one that works on B cell reduction, which people say those ones like Kesimpta and stuff tend to help with gait issues and pain issues. So it's like, why wouldn't you put me on it instead of sticking me into physical therapy for gait and pain? At least have me on a disease modifying therapy while I'm doing it. And then if we get to a point where I'm feeling great, then take me off the DMT if you want. I don't know. I'm still so damn confused because being on nothing, I'm getting worse every month. The past 3 months, it's like everything's been getting worse. It's not good. It's like today I just had to go to the grocery store. I stood and talked with Anthony for a while. I went where he works. Surprised I didn't think he'd be there still this late on Friday, but he was finishing up, so we shot the shit for a while and did that, and went to the post office. We got our village-wide rummage going on in town here, and I wanted to stop at a half a dozen rummage sales, but no, too freaking painful to walk. So I just came home, figured I'll read a book, do some podcast, and just kick it in the yard. It's actually getting, the sun went behind the cloud, that's why. It's like right now is the perfect temperature. There's a little coolness, but you don't have that sun beating down on you hotness. So I have a feeling it's just gonna make my pain worse today if I sit in the sun. So I'm gonna try and stay mostly in the shade, but yeah, we set up 3 more appointments once a week for the next 3 weeks, and then we'll go from there and see where we're at, if we need to go to every other week or what we got to do. But yeah, got to keep following her rules, doing what she says, keep trying to do the damn exercises here, and see if we can get our mobility, our gait issues a little bit better. I definitely don't see it doing anything for the pain though. The pain's just gonna keep getting worse and worse. That's what worries me, because that's gonna put me in a bed before anything else. So it's like, I'm going to spend this week researching every neurologist within, I guess, a 2-hour radius of me. See what they have to offer, see if there is anybody that's worth a shit. But this doctor is one that I was looking forward to for about 5 years. I wanted to get him and they wouldn't give him to me, and now that I got him, I'm like regretting that I got him. He just doesn't want to do anything that I want done and isn't giving any suggestions, just wants me to do physical therapy. That's gonna cure everything. Not. But with it being hot out, make sure you get your cooling devices, get all that ready for you. Stay in the shade. If you go out to any events and stuff, make sure you got water, preferably ice water. If it's hot enough 70 or hotter, it's always nice to take a bottle or two. And when I used to work construction and stuff and work for moving companies, I'd put a gallon jug of water in the freezer and then just bring that with and just sip on that all day long while it melted. So it doesn't take long for that to melt when you're out in the heat all day long. I have a cooling vest, but I think they're the stupidestly designed items I've ever seen. Mine has like 26 little pouches that I gotta pull out of it, throw in the freezer, and then when I want to use it, put them all in it, throw the vest on, and since they're tiny little pouches, about yay big, they thaw out so freaking fast. If you just gave a vest that was filled with fluid, it would be a more solid item. Yeah, this vest would be stiff when you put it on, but as stuff melted, it would be flexible. Or you could have it where, like right down the side, you seal that up, so you got a ice chamber in the front, ice chamber on the other side front, and then an ice chamber in the back. That way it still goes around you, but it'll form fit you as it thaws out. But yeah, with those little packets, I'm lucky if I get 20 minutes to a half hour of ice feeling before they are thawed out to the point that you don't even feel them anymore. So I don't know, they might have something better out there by now. I got my vest about, I want to say 6 years ago maybe. After I had an event where in July where I had to go to the courthouse, and when I was walking up the steps of the courthouse, I collapsed, lost control of my arms and legs, just laying there on the steps. As people in suits and stuff, you could tell they're district attorneys and stuff like that, lawyers, and of course people just coming to court and stuff. Not a single one said, "Are you all right? Can I help you? Can we do anything for you?" No, they just walked right past you. It's like, get your fat ass off the ground and get the hell out of our way. This is our world. You don't belong here anymore, you fucking invalid. It's just how you feel. You go out in the world and everybody's constantly looking at you, giving you looks, and he's tipping over, he's drunk. Must have started drinking at 9 o'clock in the morning. He's got long hair and tattoos. He's an alcoholic. But yeah, it's I'm so sick of with being a dementia caretaker. Is 24/7 is my job. So I'm lucky if I get away for 2-3 hours to go run errands and stuff like that. Or if I can get one of the other 4 siblings to fill in. So we can get away for a day. It's still only about 4 or 5 hours that we get away, and then we gotta be back. You just don't know what's up, what's going on with them and everything, and then you got the cat to deal with and all that shit, and it's like, it'd be nice to get away, but everywhere I go, everybody's like, "What are you doing this weekend?" I'm taking care of my 88-year-old dementia patient. And I'm doing it for free, and I'm here buying groceries with my money for everybody because they don't pay you to be a in-home caretaker unless you work for a company. But if you're dealing with a family member that way, there's no compensation for it. But if you have to put that family member into a home, then you're signing your house and all your financial stuff away. It makes no sense. I hate our country. I hate our country's mentality. I love our country, but I hate the people that are running it. They shouldn't be there. Not a single one of them should be pulling a fucking paycheck. And granted, they should be compensated to an extent, but not the way they are compensated. The amount of money that goes out through the There are politicians in 1 year could probably wipe out our debt. I mean, Jesus Christ, the president just decided to send another $1 billion to another country for military aid, and at the same time we got students in our own country fighting against it and causing all kinds of events that haven't gotten too bad yet, but they will. I mean, protests always do turn into something. Then they'll bring the cops out, and then they'll beat the shit out of a bunch of kids that are protesting, and then they'll end up in jail and all that shit. It's sad how our country works. So like, the people have no say so. You're told that your vote matters, but it doesn't. We could all vote one way, and I guarantee you, however the politicians wanted the vote to go, that's the way it would end up. It doesn't matter. We don't see the actual numbers, actual things being put out that are coming out. Sitting there driving down a road that I hit a pothole with our truck and got $1,400 damage. They wouldn't pay for anything. Now today I drove down it and there's 5 new potholes on that fucking road. And it's like, I don't know why I'm talking about this shit on MS Podcast. I think that's the podcast I'm doing right now is MS. Cognitive stuff. That's been, my brain's been all over the place. I just can't get myself to focus long enough to get shit done that I want to get done. Trying to get my new podcasting area done for what now, is it 9 months? I finally got the plexiglass shelving for it, and the shelving bows, it's too thin, so I had to go buy bigger brackets. I got those I got to put up now and see if that'll help with it. But yeah, everything I've been doing lately is coming out wrong. I'm going to try and replace the float in my toilet this weekend because I've been trying to get a plumber here to do a bunch of plumbing work, and that was one of the things I just wanted him to quickly get out of the way, because when I use my hands to twist a wrench, I can get about 3 to 5 turns, and then my hand seize up. And it's weird because I can do other things for longer periods, but when I grab a wrench and use it, for some reason that sets off my spasticity in my hands. I don't know why. So I'm just going to have the wife sit down by the water valve, shut it off for me. I'm going to try and rip that fucker apart this weekend, get the new one in. See if I can get it done without any major issues, major leakage, any major problems with it. The thing's running 24/7, so I don't know if there's a leak in the line or not. If there is, then I'll be screwed because I'll have to, I don't have nothing to replace that line. That's why I wish fucking plumbers would come. It's like, fine, you're busy, so put on your answering machine. I'm too busy to work for anybody right now. We're booked for the next 3 months. And I'll call some other plumber. Instead, I call them, they come out a week later, they tell me what needs to be done, say they're going to be back in about a week and a half. It's been a month and a half. I mean, no word. Told me to put a big plastic bag over the large vent above the sump pump that every time it gets windy out, it smells like sewage in the base. It's all through the whole fucking house. Sorry I'm swearing so much today, but I'm just, my pain levels and stuff just got me crabby as shit. But I did that, and all the bag's full of brown water, and I'm like, I called on Monday, today's Friday, talked to his secretary. I'm like, could you just ask him to give me a jingle and just let me know if I'm supposed to drain this bag and put a new bag on every time it gets full, or should I just leave it until they come do something, or what? And no call back. Called my newest electric company on Monday. No call back. They have a really nice advertisement on their website. Yeah, we can do all this stuff. We got lighting fixtures, all this shit, and I want to replace a few fixtures. My area where I'm doing the new podcast area, that light won't turn on or off on at all anymore. So the wiring's probably fried. And so yeah, let's just wait till we have a fire. House burns down. I'm sleeping in the basement. Me and my wife and cat will just burn to death down there. Because God forbid a fucking electrician shows up. It's like, just call and tell me you're too busy to do it and I'll call the next one on the list. But it's like, Christ, I've been trying for well over 3 years to get an electrician and plumber here to do a bunch of things. And a handyman, but the handyman shit I'm not too worried about. I'm worried about shit that's going to cause the house to burn down or flood or something like that. But yeah, it's like not being able to physically do the shit I used to be able to do, because I worked construction, I did plumbing, I did electrical, I did everything. I mean, I grew up in a family full of electricians and plumbers. And I called my family's electrical company, they won't come. Called my mom's youngest brother, he's an electrician with his own company. Came out, did something for us for free, which I didn't tell him to do it for free, so I had to call out and get some shit done. He's like, oh, I'll come back in a few months when I got some time away from all this other shit, and I'll take care of the rest of the stuff for you. It's like, never hear from him again. It's like, I just don't know. I really hate society since COVID. COVID just took the world, turned it upside down. The world was so much about trying to better itself, and then all of a sudden COVID came and we went back to plastic waste and all that shit, and now there's nobody. Prices skyrocketed on everything and no one's around to do anything for you. I don't know. What you gonna do? I guess call other states and see if they have any workers. But yeah, MS. Where are we at? Yeah, we're at a half-hour mark. I better end this here. I want to keep these to about a half hour. But yeah, MS is just off the charts. My attitude is becoming really off the charts. And I'm just fed up with people, fed up with pain, fed up with this fucking disease. But what you gonna do? There's no cure. No one gives a shit about helping. Make me feel better. They just want to hurt me more and more. I'll just keep doing the physical therapy and see what happens. But I'm gonna let it go here. Keep it to a half hour. Don't know if I got anything important out today or not. Anything worthwhile for anybody other than me whining about my damn life. But at least I got to take the walker out today for the first time in a long time. It's beautiful out. The sun's still hiding behind a cloud. Nice and cool. I like it right now. Until that thing comes out, I'm going to probably do some reading. Maybe a little bit of drawing. I am working on something for MS in my drawing. I don't know if I will ever make it a prose novel or a comic book. But we'll see. I'm going to at least get the artwork done, and once I do, I will post stuff. But I ain't satisfied with all my characters yet. I'm still trying to decide whether I want 3 main characters or 4 or 5. I'm not sure. Definitely going with 3 for the start. But we will see what we come up with. As we sketch away, it's like things constantly change when you're doing sketches. So I'm gonna end it here, and I will get back with another one of these hopefully next week. Hopefully the weather will hold up. It's that time of year where we're gonna start getting the hotter weather, and we're already getting it, so I'm kind of thinking it's gonna be a really hot summer, and I'm not looking forward to that. Because I want to enjoy myself and get some stuff done around here, but not going to be able to if the heat takes over and shuts the body down. But we'll just play it by ear and see what happens, and hopefully get more of these out. Alright, so keep following Under the Color of My Mess. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend. Help us get those likes. Send us some questions, comments, anything you want me to talk about. send it to me in the video show notes, or send it to kevintheduckpool@gmail.com, and I will gladly get a hold of. I will answer your questions and comments as I see them. All right, bye.